shaken.
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. It's been a week when new and unfamiliar faces have announced themselves to the wider public. Some have been around a while, hinted that they might be about to step up into the very top bracket. But in the end, it's two Goliaths of the game left to slug it out, as 4 months and 500 miles removed from their World Championship final in Milton Keynes, Shane van Boening and Albin Ouschan will once again square up on Sunday night.
Albin Ouschan wins the lag.
Albin Ouschan wins the lag. He will get this final underway.
The
Let's
first
hope.
rack. Albin Ouschan, break.
We are in for an absolute thriller. Cue ball looked a little bit thin there. It sort of come down towards the corner pocket on this right hand side rail. We'll get another look in a moment.
Yeah, I would guess much thinner than he really wanted there on the one. But really, he hasn't cut broke in a while out there on that arena. It's been a head-on break to end that Mario He match. Great camera view there. Has most of the pocket on the two, but I wouldn't call it easy.
It is another step up in distance. The races to 8 and 9 that we had at the start of the week. And the opposite sides of the draw, winners and losers, have gradually been increased. Now it takes 13 for victory.
It was never going to be easy. It's hard to call that a mistake. It's a half chance. Of course he's going to be disappointed.
Ouschan, as we've said, 32 today. Shane van Boening will be 40 next year.
Yeah, he may get into the 9 here a little bit. Yeah, I was wondering if he tried to come 2 or if he just draws it and takes a little contact on the 9.
So, Albin Ouschan with a half chance. Shane with a chance. Of course it wasn't an easy shot, that.
No, the cue ball movement really sent the degree of difficulty way up the charts. A little more angle on the 5, I think. No problem, but he was a little flat. This is a very difficult situation. A little Efren Reyes in situations like this. I've seen him kick at this ball, even though he can see it.
Yeah, Albin's a very good kicker of the ball, and he's already looking at this.
Yeah, and the reason being the rest of the balls around the table just don't offer a great safety running the cue ball. Now he's going to draw into it.
Quite his light hands let that cue ball work off the rail.
He got robbed there.
Incredible how that didn't fall, but the tables have had a lot of play, and this is better. This is better for the game.
It doesn't feel like an opening rack, does it? With the tension and the twist we've already seen, it feels like something at a deeply advanced stage of the contest. Moment. How's SVB's break?
Good sign, JJ.
So,
Oh, you say
wow,
that.
how many of those cue balls have been lost today for SVB?
Ball in hand.
Went twice across, which
Start the
we've
clock,
seen
please.
one across, but twice across?
Yeah, and of course, before the cue ball, I was alluding to the 1 ball.
Just a face of frustration.
Really heavy breathing there from Shane, trying to probably calm himself down just a little bit. You can be in these moments, and look at this, both of them back to back. Wow.
The new break format.
Power shot.
Maybe some
Ball
of
in
you
hand.
are getting a bit bored of listening to us talking about that, but it has
Start
just
the
come in
clock,
for
please.
this event, and some of the things we are seeing, it is pretty special. It really is.
And I might consider a 1-6 combination, kind of a la what Albin did in the last rack. Look at the 5. The 5's in a funny spot by the 9.
There's two racks, both turning out the same way. Scratch on the break. Player making it sits down, the other one mops up. So Van Boening, 2-1 in front.
Took a little bit of pace off that.
He needs a kiss up top. Didn't get it, and these are dressed up. I don't think it'll be long before what you were talking about, Carl. SVB going to smashing them. And that's a little the problem, right? If you're not making the one in the side, it's coming cross corner and maybe giving up shots if you're not pocketing another ball. Thing is, he'd like to pound it a little with the draw and come down the left side of the table, but Neufeld doesn't really agree with that as much. He may draw to the right side. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Good speed control there. So the opening 4 racks have been shared, and this is very nicely poised indeed.
Yeah, none of them won by the breaking player, so it's 2-2. But this was what it was like early on in the World Final. It was neck and neck for a lot of the way, and
angle is needed.
And that's overrun a bit, huh, Carl?
Yeah, he was after the natural path, wasn't he? Maybe he has to get that cue ball moving a little now. Well, he's looking at the carry. He's only having a look. I'm not saying he's going to play that. He's just weighing up all options.
Extension code.
Oh, he's so good at most any shot. I don't know if he wants to force it across. When you force it across with a small angle, you could easily lose the speed control. You see, overcut to the pocket, and that's going to cost him a little more cue ball speed.
Where's the cue ball heading? Is it heading towards the side pocket? If it is, he's going to have to get some movement on the cue ball. That's why he's raising the cue. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just okay.
I think he's swinging this. I think you have to.
a couple of things we've not seen yet in this final. Someone running out from the break. And Albin Ouschan leading. Oh, we've seen them both now. Albin Ouschan hits the front for the first time at 3-2. Here he is back in a big final again and leading.
Yeah, that list of names that we've just seen. The 4 guys who have won the majors, Filler with 2, and our 2 finalists with 1 apiece. And of course, Albin lost in the final of the World 9 Ball, so that just shows you how strong these players are.
Well, we're seeing increasingly the depth in the game and players who are capable of coming along and causing upsets, but what you're saying, Carl, is absolutely right. When it comes to the big titles and getting to the big finals, it's generally the same few players, and it's no reflection of the depth in the game, just of how remarkably good these top players are.
Yeah, I was going to say a tough shot, and he had to gamble going into the 2 and the 6. Came away clean. Still a lot of work, though.
This is more than cuttable, though, right? You can thin snip this in, and chances are with the cue ball.
Yeah, I think he's got a, you know, Shane doesn't like the heavy, soft spin shot as much. He likes to stun the ball a little more, maybe.
Extension code.
You know, kind of move the ball sometimes with speed rather than spin. I think this is soft with a lot of left. He's taking a chance there, not addressing the left English, and I think he's gotten snookered.
Here comes the jump cue. SVB's going airborne. Should go close to the pot. straight in the middle of the pocket, SVB.
It's so wonderful in this setting when you see nice shots like that. We've got a big crowd here to show their appreciation, adding to that big final atmosphere. So the unfolding intrigue of Van Boening's break continues here.
Stayed with the cup break.
That's amazing how consistent that was when he's made the one in the side both times. He's gone 2 rails across and scratched in the side.
Well, he has been playing pool longer than most. He must never have seen anything like this in his life. The last 2 matches, incredible.
Yeah, I think he just answered that question of what you just said. A little shake of the head, like, what do I got to do to keep the cue ball on the table? Difficult 3 ball with the 2 hanging down here. That plays probably short side position.
5 scratches in the semi-finals, 2 in the final. And the final's only 3-3. I think it's time for SVB to go down the middle. Albin's got to come with something here. These are the awkward racks we've been talking about. He's trying to break the balls out. A little bit unfortunate.
He's got a little room between the, I think he'll play this combination. Got a little room between the cue ball and the 3, hitting the brown 7 solid.
Yeah, the overhead tells everything. He's got more than enough room.
Extension code.
Maybe it's not as bad as I thought.
Looks to me it's got to be a light speed. Just draw the cue ball over, shooting that gap between the brown 7 and the purple 5.
Incidentally, I'll make that 10 racks in a row now. Van Boening on the break has either scratched or come up dry.
He's lost the cue ball. The gap JJ was talking about, he hasn't found. So Albin's going to be going airborne, and they're matching each other so far. SVB's nailed the jump shot. Now it's Albin's turn. And it was on the 3 ball.
Yeah, this one quite a bit easier than SVB. Should handle this. Could overrun position, but should knock it in. Wow.
Power shot.
What an angle he has found there.
Start
The things you see on a 9x5 pool table sometimes is mind-boggling. Just look at how this has found the side pocket.
Okay, you got more of like what Mario he was doing, getting that little kiss, and this one ball, if it slows down, is going to offer a shot. Shane in the crowd having a little fun.
So for the first time in 11 attempts, Van Boening has played a break shot that keeps him at the table. Last time he did it, on my reckoning, was when he was 3-2 up in his semi-final.
Looks like he can go forward 2 rails out of the corner for the 8 in the side. Got plenty of angles, so he doesn't have to hit it very hard. He caught the 7 thick to the pocket.
Yeah, at the last minute I thought maybe he might swing it round the table. I know he didn't put the 7 where he wanted. Well, we didn't see this one coming. Needs the 8 to slow down. He stuck this up. Albin would have been sat in his chair thinking he's 7-3 down. He's been gifted a rack here.
Yeah, I think it was just catching the 7 a little heavy to the pocket is what caused that problem.
So totally against all the expectations we had just about 90 seconds ago. Van Boening has been stopped in his tracks here. And Ouschan, having lost 4 in a row, is back on the winning trail, closing to 2 behind at 6-4.
No, I leave it on the rail if they're attacking the ball straight on some kind of way. That's pretty standard with a rollout situation. But if you're kicking and the guy doesn't like it, the rail's not going to make too much of a difference. You may slow roll this and bring it up on the 9, putting the 2 on the side rail. See you later.
Partial.
I think that's what he was trying to do. Just flick the 2 up on the side rail and coast up towards the 9 with
Start
the cue ball.
please.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with this one. Prides himself on this department of the game.
Nice shot.
Yeah, good combination that under the pressure. 8-4 or 7-5 feels very big indeed. Big moment coming up.
The one thing you don't expect from Shane van Boening is positional clumsiness, and that was undoubtedly clumsy.
Man, and does he have in a pocket to attack? That's a pretty good place to put the object ball there. And that's the one thing now. Ouschan has had some great kick shots today, but on some what you would consider balls he's supposed to hit, he struggled. This is tough. The 9's a huge ball right there. Every time he's had to like aim high and put a lot of spin to create the line on the cue ball, that's been the one he struggled with today. And I think that's pretty similar here.
Yeah, this not got a lot of room for error here. This has to be bang on the money. How well has he done there, by the way? Everything else was taken out the equation there. Fair enough, he didn't play to put the 2 balls there. But what he has done is he's made a good hit and he's kept himself in this rack.
In Q Sports, if you do good things happen for you.
And on the opposite end, when Shane made the positional error, even though he regrouped with a great safety, it kind of felt like things may go Ouschan's way. And here he's going to get a shot.
Seen both players lose the cue ball going back up table. Okay. What did Albin play there?
Yeah, well, a lot of players would put him behind the 7, but I don't think that's Albin Ouschan in this spot. I think he's going to warp this bank in cross side.
The beeps on the shot clock added an extra degree of distraction, but it didn't stop Albin Ouschan from finding the pocket.
Didn't hold back. Absolutely fired the bank in.
Yeah, I've seen him do that a lot on the slick table. Got to kill the ball a little bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. We saw that pocket be pretty stingy on a 7 ball in the Mario Albin Ouschan match earlier. Thought it may have reared its teeth again.
This match has been so unpredictable. Nothing is a given. But the 9 ball should find the target, surely. It was a no-doubter. And so for the first time, Albin Ouschan is in front since 3-2.
When the cue ball went to the left there, I guess he just didn't want to follow the cue ball to the top rail and come back down. I mean, he did have a little angle.
Yeah, he's backing himself to knock the long ball in. And why wouldn't you? Hit it absolutely sweet.
It is 5 in a row for Albin Ouschan and a 2-rack gap. He's first in the final.
Oh, he could cheat it the other way. What a match we have on our hands.
Yeah, Shane goes on to pop these remaining balls. The crowd are going to know 13 is looming. This is a tight one. They're going to get louder and louder. They want to see a close match.
Another shot, of course, earlier. I guess it's just something that rarely happens when he had to stun that ball and he overhit it. Similar shot here coming down the table.
He's got a little angle there, so he's okay. He can go forward if he pleases. Just landed on that angle, what looks a little weird when you're behind the shot. But
yeah, I might simplify it here. I may not try to do much with the cue ball. Maybe pinch it back just an inch or two, maybe. I don't see the point of trying to come back and getting straight in. I mean, you're going to fall towards the rail. Makes it very missable ball. Oh, that's Shane van Boening.
Render the 9 as easy as possible.
How many players would have played it like that?
When an irresistible force meets an immovable object, something has got to give, but nothing is given yet. It's 9-9.
Albin Ouschan to break, leading 10-9.
Or like you said, I think a little more pace, but he's really got to get a little better hit on the 1, I think. And here's the 1 ball up for a shot. A lot of work out there, but a good chance for a 10-10 ball game.
Yeah, the 2 ball going over that corner pocket has helped Shane, because this is thin. Cue ball's going to be traveling, so that's good.
Yeah, and how do you slow the cue ball down, Carl? I mean, you don't want to like sacrifice the 1 doing something silly trying to kill the cue ball. Do you try to get into the 7 maybe? You take a chance there.
Just saw the stat. 5 dry breaks for Albin Ouschan. He had 7 dry breaks in the semi-final and still was okay.
He's done well there.
Yeah, and the camera sure fooled me. I thought the 1 was a bit thinner.
It is the final. And it is at the business end. Albin Ouschan breaking off, needing only 2 more racks to be crowned champion.
Changing sides here, Carl.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Lost the cue ball, though. 2 ball.
And look how the cue ball got banged around to a perfect shot on the 1.
Still slightly amazed after 22 breaks. No one's gone down the middle.
Yeah, especially Albin, because a couple reasons, really. When he has hit it how he's wanted, or at least I think how he's wanted, he really hasn't had a whole lot of results. And then 2 or 3 or 4 times like that one, he's caught the 1 awful thin as well. And he had a little success in a semifinal, changing to the head-on.
Did he get there, JJ?
I think he's okay. I think he knew a full contact on the purple was going to be all right.
After the semi-final, the referees was preparing the table for tonight's final, and he was checking the rack, and he asked me if I'd hit a couple of breaks just to make sure they were sitting nice. First 2 breaks, JJ. 1 ball in the side.
Wow. Might bring you out of retirement as well if you keep watching this go on and you can pocket the 1. You'd be the Stones to win the tournament, Carl.
I think I'd miss sitting next to you too much, though.
Yeah, and I wouldn't play the cue ball as much. I think I play more of the object ball here. The cue ball's a bonus. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, what a
Caution.
mistake that is.
Ball
No,
in hand.
just a 4 past the 9.
I don't think so.
Start the clock, please.
Looks like it's locked up. To me, it looks locked up.
Won't be happy with that one, poor Shane. Poor cue ball.
Well, Albin doesn't look too concerned, so maybe that 4 does pass the 9.
Going into him.
Yeah, that's going to stick, right? Yeah, that's what it looked like. And a little unlucky. If he hits anything but completely full on the 4, he slides off the 4 one way or another and has a shot.
And this most disjointed, absorbing rack has new life.
He's got to get a rail with the cue ball, maybe. I don't know if he'll push the 4 all the way up. Oh, playing the slide shot. Well done.
Good shot. Very good shot indeed. Look at that.
As the 9 got him cut off the 2-rail kick, that could be a real problem. May have to dig on this cue ball here to get at this pink 4. Little low right English. Got to elevate the backhand a bit.
He's making Albin come with a shot at least. But this is a chance to get on the hill first.
This is Albin. Van Boening will be fearing the worst. He will think he'll nail this.
In the heart of the pocket. Both players have had visits in this rack. It was the safety from Albin, the great safety as well, that's carved this opportunity.
Yeah, and one thing I see whenever I look at both of these players is how much more work and effort, not only physically but mentally, and it, again, goes right back to a few changes in the game that have been made for this European Open, and I just love it. A lot more taxing, huh, Carl?
It's mentally demanding to play, of course it is, but it's terrific to watch. Austria is a country famous for its mountains.
24.
No glaring errors,
Albin
really.
Ouschan to break on the hill.
What's going to happen on this break?
He's going to the center. What did I say?
Wow.
Time to make a change.
He's chasing the 9. Whenever you break from the center, the 9 gets kicked quite a lot. Is it a golden break for the win? He's hit him good. He has hit him good. Where's the 7?
He's okay. This is okay. Considering how the match has gone, if he's snookered, he's fine with this jump. And I don't even know if he's snookered. I don't think he is.
Clear path. Shane van Boening looking at the monitor for some kind of hope, for some kind of reason to be optimistic. There isn't a lot.
How well did he hit the break, by the way? That was his first head-on break in the match. And he hit it with a lot of control. This is the shot now. If he gets on this 3-ball good, the writing's on the wall for Shane.
Extension code.
He got a little funny off angle here, though. Doesn't have a ton to move it. Can't easily draw it back for the 3 on the side. He's got to go by the 6, I think. Easy to overcut this a hair. Caught the 6. This match is far from over, folks.
Can he still cut this in the side, though? I know it's thin. I know it is.
Not today, Carl. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is doable. Mathematically, it is a playable cut. I think he'll shoot the 3-8 before he plays the cut.
Yeah, I was just going to say, can he smash it into the 8?
Yeah, he went after a pretty dicey 1-8 combination against Mario He. He's cutting into the other pocket. And he's overcut it.
Where's the cue ball finish, JJ?
He's going to catch the 7, maybe give up a shot. It doesn't matter if he's dead snookered. Shane's so happy to get out of his chair right now.
Will we see a bank shot up into the top corner?
Maybe. He might rip at that. I like that better than the swerve. Oh, he's going to try and put the 3 around the table, maybe?
Nah, he's playing the swerve. Well, he's looking.
Wow.
He's looking.
Extension code.
I wouldn't doubt he goes for the bank here. Elevates, just stabs down on it, try and draw the cue ball 1 rail towards the 5. He's hitting it with a high ball. Wow, how good is that?
Oh my word! What a cross bank! SVB under severe pressure, and he has delivered.
That tricky little shot here with the 7. Well, that was pure.
Oh, wow. Can you believe that one?
That was arguably his biggest misfire of the entire match.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't punch by the 6 there, Carl, instead of rolling it with a little inside. You know, he had a hair of an angle. Yeah, 1 shot away from really ending the match.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming. He played the cross bank. He made it. But he has faltered at the final hurdle.
Wow, that's surprising. He came up not, Albin plays for a little angle there usually, and he's still okay.
This is where the heart is pumping. The thoughts are racing.
What a match this has been. It really has.
The 478th match of this terrific tournament in Fulda. You know, the world belongs to Shane van Boening, but tonight, Europe, that is Albin Ouschan's territory. He's the inaugural European Open champion, and he's defeated the world 9-ball champion, reversed the result of the final in Milton Keynes in simply heroic fashion.